Welcome to circuit analysis playlist. So today we are going to solve one circuit using mesh analysis. But in this mesh analysis, in a given circuit, you see there is one difference is there between this circuit and previous solved problems. Okay. So here you see this is the voltage source of constant value 10 volt, and this is the resistance values, and here you see one symbol is given. Okay, so within that this square box, plus minus and 2 Vx is written. So what is this means? This is called as a dependent voltage source. Okay, if one circle within the circle plus minus given means this is called as a independent voltage source. So if the symbol like this means it is called as a dependent voltage source. What is dependent voltage source means? The value of this voltage source is depending upon this Vx value. What is this Vx? So you see in the diagram here the Vx is given. So here Vx is nothing but voltage across this 3 ohm resistor. Okay. So the value for this voltage source is nothing but the value of this voltage source is depending upon the voltage across this particular branch. That's why this voltage source is named as a dependent voltage source. Okay. So using the ordinary mesh analysis, we can solve this circuit. Okay. So what is the procedure in mesh analysis? First, we have to identify number of meshes. Okay. So this is the mesh 1. Okay. So this one is a mesh 1, and this is the mesh 2, and this is the mesh 3. Okay. So there are 3 meshes are there. And we have to consider current flowing in each meshes I1, I2, I3. It is the first step. Okay, so let us mark the current. So current flowing in first meshes I1, current flowing in second mesh I2, and current flowing in the third meshes I3. You just consider. Okay, then similar to the mesh analysis, you just write KVL equation for each mesh. Okay, so apply KVL to first loop. Okay, this is the first loop. So if you are writing KVL equation, so you see 10 equal to 2 into I1 plus this 2 ohm resistor is common for loop 1 and loop 2. So I1 is flowing in this direction. The I2 is flowing in this direction. So both I1 and I2 is flowing through this 2 ohm resistor in opposite direction. That's why the voltage drop across this 2 ohm resistor is 2 into I1 minus I2. Okay, so that's all. Then if you are collecting the I1 term and I2 term, we can get 10 equal to 4I1 minus 2I2. So this is the equation number 1. Okay, similarly, you just apply KVL to loop 2. Okay, this is the loop 2. So in loop 2, 1, 2, 3 resistance is there and one dependent voltage source is there. Okay, as it is, you just write. So first, if you are writing KVL, if you are starting from here means 1 ohm resistor, what is the current flowing through this 1 ohm resistor? I2. So 1 into I2. Okay, so 1 into I2, you just write. Then when we are coming here, this is the voltage source. The voltage source is plus to minus. Plus means higher potential to lower potential. So higher potential to lower potential means this is also a voltage drop. Okay. So what is the voltage drop value? 2 into Vx. So you just add it in voltage drop side. Okay. Similarly, when we are coming here, the 3 ohm resistor. So in the 3 ohm resistor, in the second loop, current flowing is I2. Here the I3 is flowing. So I2, I3 is flowing in opposite direction. So that's why voltage drop across the 3 ohm resistor, we can write it as a 3 into I2 minus I3. Okay, then when we are coming here, the 2 ohm resistor, this 2 ohm is common for loop 2 and loop 1. So we can write 2 into I2 minus I1 equal to 0. Okay, then here in addition to I1, I2, I3, one more variable Vx is there. So we have to substitute the value of Vx. Okay, so according to this diagram, so you see what is Vx? Okay, so here this voltage, this branch voltage Vx is nothing but this Vx is nothing but voltage across the 3 ohm resistor. So according to this diagram, what is the voltage across the 3 ohm resistor? It is a 3 into I2 minus I3. Okay, so since this 3 ohm resistor is common for loop 2 and loop 3. Okay, so that's why 3 into I2 minus I3. Okay, so you just substitute the Vx value in above equation. So instead of this Vx, you just substitute in terms of current. So we can get one more equation. So this is a KVL equation for second loop. Okay, similarly, we just apply KVL equation for third loop. So third loop, you see, this is the third loop. So 2 into I3, 1 into I3, plus when we are coming here, 3 into I3 minus I1 equal to 0. Okay, 3 into I3 minus I2 equal to 0. Then when we are coming, collecting the term, we can get the third equation, minus 3I2 plus 6I3 equal to 0. Okay, so now we have the three equation in terms of I1, I2, I3. Okay, so we have to solve the three equation. Either you may use substitution method or a matrix method. Okay, so the matrix method is a very common one. So you can convert this equation number 1, equation number 2 and equation number 3 into matrix form. So we can get the matrix like this. Okay, so from that you just find the determinant value. What is determinant? We have to find the determinant of this 3 by 3 matrix. It is a 156. Okay, then we have to find del I1. The del I1 is nothing but in this 3 by 3 matrix, this first column, you just replace it with this constant value 10, 0, 0. So 10, 0, 0, remaining the two thing as it is you write, then you find the determinant value. It is a 450. Okay, similarly del I2, what is del I2? In the 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, so if you are replacing this second column, okay, so if you are replacing this second column by this constant value, okay, this constant value, we can get del I2. The answer is 120. Similarly, del I3 is calculated by replacing this third, okay, with a constant value, it is a 60. So after calculating del I1, del I2, del I3, we have to find the current I1, I2, I3. So I1 equal to, it's the ratio of del I1 by del. So 450 divided by 156. So the answer is 2.88 amps. Similarly, I2 equal to del I2 by del. It is a 0.769 amps. I3 equal to del I3 by del. It is a 0.3846 amps. Okay. So we calculated the three loop current I1, I2, I3. Okay. Then in a question, so the question is that we have to find the mesh current. Okay, if in that question find out the value of this dependent voltage source means. Okay, so the dependent voltage source, what is the value of dependent voltage source? 2 Vx. Okay, so the dependent voltage source is calculated by 2 Vx. So what is Vx? Vx is nothing but voltage across the 3 ohm resistor, 3 into I2 minus I1. So you just substitute this I2 value and I3 value here. We can get 2.306 volt. Okay, this is the dependent voltage source value. Okay, so this is a one of the problem. Okay, so what is the difference between the previous solved problems and this problem? Means here one dependent voltage source is given. Okay, so if dependent voltage source, what is mean by dependent voltage source? The value of this voltage source is depending upon the voltage available across some resistance. Okay, so for that you just write an ordinary KVL equation for each mesh, and in the place of Vx you substitute in terms of the particular currents, and if you are solving means we can get the answer. Okay, this is a one type of problem, and if you want to learn the remaining mesh analysis problem and nodal analysis, Kirchhoff's voltage law, current law, Ohm's law problem in my channel. For this subject, there is a separate playlist is created in the name circuit analysis. So in that all videos are available in order, you can see, or I will give link for those previous videos in the description box. You can refer it. Okay. So thank you. We will meet in the next video.